What is speed? Most people would define speed as how fast something moves. And that's partially correct, but that's not very accurate. What speed actually is the distance covered over time. So that is why the formula for speed is v, which is speed, equals d, which is distance, over t, time. So let's just say this Olympic runner, or a fast, very fast guy, runs 100 meters in uh, 10 seconds. His speed would be 10 meters per second. Because you plug it into the formula, make sure you put the units together, and that's what you get. There's actually three different kinds of speed. So there's constant speed. So that's moving at a continuous speed. So it would just be like one straight line. And like an example would be cruise control. If you go cruise control, you have a constant speed, but there cannot be constant speed on Earth because there'll be other forces like gravity, friction that will make the speed not constant. So, but in like space, for instance, you can have constant speed. The second type is instantaneous speed, which is speed at a particular moment. So let's just say you're a car and you're driving, and then you speed it. The average speed was 60 kilometers per hour, but you go to 70 for like 10 seconds. And a cop sees it with his radar gun, gets you, then they can see that your speed at the particular moment was 70 kilometers per hour. And the last type is average speed, which is what most things is used in. So that's basically the average distance covered over a certain period of time. So that is what speed mostly is. That's how most people calculate speed as. And that is the speed we're going to do for the word problems that are coming up. So now that we know what speed is, we have word problems where we have to find speed and solve for speed. So the first word problem is right here. So James runs for 4 hours and travels a distance of 20 kilometers. How fast is he going? So right off the bat, we can see that James runs for 4 hours, which is a time, and travels distance of 20 kilometers, which is a distance. So how fast is he going? So now we have to find the speed. So we have the formula right here. So now we know that v is equal to 20.5 kilometers over 4 hours. And if you do the math, that comes 5.125. We have to remember about sig figs, significant figures, which we've done in one of our videos. So this has a sig fig of 3, this is a sig fig of 1. So our answer must be in 1 sig fig. So that must mean it's 5. And also make sure you put their units together. Nothing cancel out, so just go together. Kilometers per hour. So now that we know that James' average speed is 5 kilometers per hour. So now I encourage all of you guys to try the next problem, which is right here. So Johnny travels to Toronto, which is 189 kilometers from where he lives. It took him 1.3 hours to reach Toronto. What is his average speed? So I encourage all of you guys to try this out from your pause the video, try it out, and I'll give you some time. So I'm gonna answer this in 1, 2, 3. So now, hopefully you guys get the same thing as what I do. So first of all, we can see is the distance. So the distance is 189 kilometers. So we got the distance. It also took him 1.3 hours. So now we got the time. So now we found what is the average speed. So now we need to realize we're looking for speed. So v is equal to distance over time. So what is the distance? 189 kilometers. 189 kilometers. And then it took him 1.3 hours. So that is obviously the time. So we have 189 kilometers divided by 1.3 hours. And if you do sig figs, which is 3 here, To here, we know our answer must be in 2 sig figs. And the answer would be 150 kilometers per hour. So hopefully you got exactly the same. So then whenever you have to do a question, maybe in a test or an assignment, you'll get the same thing. Thank you guys for watching. You know what is speed. Make sure to stay tuned for the upcoming videos about acceleration, vector acceleration, velocity. So yeah, see you guys next time.